just recently I started releasing some videos about the top 10 things that I hear over and over and over again when I do a no sweat intro here at CrossFit Full Circle. So if you don't know what that means, is when somebody wants to check out our gym, they can spend 30 minutes to an hour with me, somebody who's been coaching people for 10 years. There's no strings attached, there's no obligations. You make an appointment, you come in, and we talk about what you've tried before, what isn't working for you, what you need help with, and I do my absolute best to help you understand what it is that you can do to overcome those obstacles to start really living in a body that you love as soon as you can. And one of the things that I hear over and over and over again is that I don't like the way my clothes fit. Now obviously that's a subjective thing, but as a professional, I work in objective, quantifiable metrics. And I think the thing that really means to me, my clothes don't fit right, is, changes in body shape. More specifically, increases in body fat percentage. I think that's what's really going on when we say that, right? So a healthy person with a healthy body fat percentage, has a small waist and bigger hips, has, an upright torso, right? Wider shoulders, these things that, clothing designers kind of take for granted, right? And the truth is if you've been lifting weights for a while, or if you've ever been bigger, or if you've ever lost a lot of weight, that clothes are designed for skinny people, right? And when clothes don't fit right, it's because you become less skinny. I've trained a lot of strength athletes that have gained a lot of muscle and have found that normal cute clothes don't fit them anymore either, okay? So the grass is always greener. Keep that in mind, okay? If you feel like you don't like the way your clothes fit, you're not alone, right? But what does it mean? If my jeans don't fit right, it's probably because those things that we talked about, natural sort of, anthropometric characteristics like small waist, big hip, have changed. So how do I make my waist smaller or make my hips bigger? Well, that's the awesome thing about training in a gym, and the awesome thing about lifting weights, and the awesome thing about learning about nutrition and having a diet that works is, if you want a big ass and a small waist, there's a scientific, repeatable, proven process to do that. We do that with people all the time, right? So I'm going to run with that example because that's a popular one. And frankly, I've joked time and time again, I've probably introduced hundreds, if not thousands, of people to the hip thrust. If you don't know what the hip thrust is, you should start following Brett Contreras, the glute guy, or his gym, the Glute Lab, and you will learn 1,000 variations of the hip thrust. But the hip thrust is an exercise that's kind of designed to help train the glutes. And if you're not a, what do you call that? An anatomist? Yeah, if you haven't passed anatomy in a while. The glutes, those are the butt muscles, man. I'm pretty sure probably everyone knows that. But anyways, so, bodybuilding allows you to say, hey, I'm going to use this barbell exercise, the hip thrust, to do sets times reps with rest periods of this to grow my glute muscles. And it's a real thing. You can do it, right? And nutrition allows you to kind of understand what your body really needs to gain weight, lose weight, to maintain a certain amount of muscle mass, or to lose fat, etc. Right? So it can be done. A smart coach with a good proven process can show you how to reduce the size of your waist, increase the size of your hips, and radically change the way a pair of jeans looks on you, right? And if that's what you're into, and don't worry, you are not alone, right? 90% of people that walk through the door of this functional fitness gym, first thing on their mind is still, I want to look better naked. If you haven't said it out loud, but you've thought it, I want you to know you're not alone. It's okay. Everybody wants to look better naked. And what I reassure people all the time is, reducing your body fat percentage and wanting to look better naked and being able to do more pull-ups and running a faster mile time and living 10 more years. Those things all overlap a lot, okay? It's not a bad thing to want to look better naked. It's not a bad thing to want your jeans to fit better. It's not a bad thing to want to have a flat stomach and feel more confident and be more motivated to spend time with people because you're confident and happy and excited about the way you look. Those things aren't bad, right? So if you want or need help with that, start doing strength training. Start watching what you eat. Here's a simple way to make your clothes fit better, right? Start using an app. Any app works. We use something called the Better Human app for coaching purposes, but a lot of people like MyFitnessPal. Download that thing for free and start tracking what you eat. If you record what you eat for a while, you'll start to really understand, you know, how much protein, carbohydrates, and fat you are consuming, how many calories you're consuming. Those are the building blocks of a real good, smart, long-term sustainable diet, okay? In a future video, we will definitely talk about why we don't advocate for keto or Whole30 or paleo or low carb, and why we take a balanced macronutrient-based approach to nutrition, okay? We'll save that for next time, okay? So if you don't like the way your clothes fit, you can either buy all new clothes, or maybe you can start taking a more proactive role in gaining some muscle, losing some fat. And if you want help with that, I hope you understand where to go. You can come see us. All right, till next time.